He said he was just helping a friend move. I followed him. He helped her move, straight into a hotel room. I waited outside until checkout. As they walked out, I held up my phone. Smile for the lease termination email. I'm not someone who snoops. I always believed if you have to dig through someone's phone or follow them around, the relationship's already done. That's what I used to believe. Until Todd made me doubt everything. We'd been living together for 3 years in Columbus, Ohio. Not a fancy part of town, just a decent 2-bedroom unit behind a strip mall with a pizza place and a nail salon. I was 38, working full-time as an office manager for a plumbing company. Not glamorous, but I was proud of it. I handled scheduling, supplies, payroll, everything. I paid the bills on time, kept our place clean, cooked dinner most nights. Todd was 41 and constantly between jobs. He freelanced in IT, but that mostly meant sitting in his boxers all day playing around on his laptop and taking naps. Every few months he'd land a gig fixing networks or updating someone's back-end system, then blow the money on crap we didn't need. I was the one who held things together. Rent, food, real-life stuff. Still, I loved him. At least I thought I did. Things started getting weird when he reconnected with someone named Maddie. He said they were college friends, used to be close but hadn't talked in years. I didn't feel threatened. I actually encouraged it. Todd never really had friends. I thought it was good for him to be social again. Big mistake. It started with harmless little things. He'd smile at his phone more, laugh at something he wouldn't share, start taking it into the bathroom, into the other room. I'd hear him mumbling on calls late at night, voice soft, chuckling. I asked once, jokingly, texting your girlfriend? He just smiled and said, she's having a hard time. I'm just helping her through it. Right. Just helping. The final straw came one Saturday morning. He actually got up early, showered, shaved, put on his good jeans. That alone raised red flags. Todd never gave a damn how he looked unless we were going out somewhere, and even then it was a stretch. I was at the stove frying eggs when he came out. I told Maddie I'd help her move today, he said, casually, like it was no big deal. Her lease is up. Her ex left her in a bind. I turned around with the spatula in my hand. Do you need help? His eyes shifted. Just for a second. Nah, it's fine. She doesn't have a lot. It'll just be a few boxes. He grabbed his coffee, kissed me on the cheek, and left. I waited 10 minutes. Just enough time to make sure he didn't forget anything and come back. Then I got in my car and followed him. It wasn't hard. He didn't suspect a thing. He took 71 North and got off near Polaris. He pulled into a Marriott. Not a moving truck in sight. No boxes. Just Todd, strolling into the hotel lobby with a gym bag. I parked across the lot, out of sight. At first, I made excuses. Maybe she booked a room while she waits for her new place. Maybe he's helping her check in. Maybe I'm overreacting. But the longer I sat there, the more the truth slapped me in the face. Hours passed. Nothing. I watched people come and go. I got out of the car a few times, stretched, even walked to a gas station nearby to use the bathroom. Came back. Still nothing. That night, I slept in my car. Just tilted the seat back and waited. It wasn't until the next morning, around 11 a.m., that they walked out. Together. Todd had a stupid grin on his face, like he just got lucky, and he did. Maddie was wearing a hoodie that looked familiar. One of his. Her hair was a mess, and she looked satisfied. That's the word that hit me. Satisfied. I got out of the car and started walking toward them. Todd saw me first. His smile dropped so fast it was almost funny. Maddie turned and froze. She knew right away who I was. I didn't yell. I didn't cry. I held up my phone and hit record. Smile for the lease termination email, I said. Todd blinked like he didn't understand. Maddie looked away. I kept recording, then walked back to my car and drove off. When I got home, I packed every single thing of his into trash bags. I took photos of everything. Then I emailed the landlord and let him know I'd be removing Todd from the lease. Attached the video, just in case. But I wasn't done yet. I didn't hear from Todd for almost a day after the hotel. I figured he was staying with her. Maybe thought I'd cool off. Maybe thought I'd beg him to explain. But I wasn't that woman anymore. Not after seeing them walk out together like that. I called the landlord Monday morning. Todd's name needs to come off the lease, I said. He doesn't live here anymore. You'll need his written consent, the landlord said. That's when I forwarded him the video. He called me back 10 minutes later. We'll get it sorted. I left Todd's bags by the front door. I didn't throw his stuff out, but I didn't fold it either. I didn't make it nice. I didn't care if it got wrinkled or broken. He could come pick it up if he had the guts. Tuesday night, he showed up. I heard his key in the lock, but it didn't work. I'd already had it changed. He knocked. Hey, come on. Open the door. I didn't answer. He knocked louder. This is stupid, okay? Can we just talk? I opened the door enough to see his face, but kept the chain on. You helped her move, remember? I said. Why don't you go live with her? His jaw clenched. It wasn't like that. We didn't. Don't lie to me, I snapped. You were in a hotel for 24 hours. I followed you. I sat in my car and watched you go in. I watched you come out. Don't insult me by pretending. He looked down, then back up. We were just talking. I swear. She was wearing your hoodie. Silence. I closed the door. He stood there for a few more minutes, then finally walked off. Left without his bags. Later that week, I got a Facebook message from Maddie. I didn't even know she had my name. She wrote, Look, I didn't know he was still living with you. He told me you were broken up months ago. I'm sorry you had to find out like that. I just wanted you to know he lied to both of us. I stared at that message for a long time. Something felt off. If she really believed we'd broken up months ago, why sneak around in a hotel? I decided to dig deeper. I had Todd's laptop. He hadn't asked for it back. It wasn't password protected. Idiot. I opened his email. Nothing too interesting. But when I checked his saved logins, jackpot. He had a second email. Gmail. I logged in using the same password. People get lazy like that. That's when I found everything. Months of emails. Not just to Maddie. There were other women. One in Dayton. One in Louisville. One in freaking Arizona. He'd been playing me and probably playing them too. Copy-paste, you're special to me messages. My ex was crazy rants. Photos. He even sent Maddie a photo of me once, captioned, This is the woman I told you about. The one who won't let go. Let go? I printed everything. Every email. Every photo. Every receipt from hotels and food delivery. I made copies. Then I found out where Maddie worked, thanks to an old calendar invite in his inbox. She was a dental assistant at a clinic downtown. I didn't confront her. I didn't go yelling into her work like some reality TV scene. I just mailed her a manila envelope. No return address. Just copies of everything. I never heard back. But her Facebook profile went dark a few days later. Her account disappeared. Todd, though, he kept trying. Calling, texting, leaving voicemails. I ignored him. Then one day, I came home and the bags were gone. He must have come by when I was at work. I checked my Ring camera footage. Yep. He took the bags, didn't look at the camera once. But the next morning, my car had a flat. Then 2 days after that, someone keyed the driver's side door. And I knew he wasn't done. After my car got keyed, I went straight to the building manager. I asked to pull the security footage from the lot. We don't have cameras facing that side, he said, like it was just bad luck. So I filed a police report. Not because I thought they'd do anything, but because I wanted a paper trail. If Todd was going to start playing games, I was going to be ready. I didn't hear from him for about a week after that. Then one night, around midnight, I heard tapping on my bedroom window. At first, I thought I was imagining it. But it came again, 3 soft taps, then silence. I froze. The window faces the back alley, behind the dumpsters. No reason for anyone to be back there. I grabbed my phone, crawled across the bed, and peeked through the blinds. He was standing there. Todd, hood up, hands in his pockets, just staring at the window like some creep in a crime show. I didn't open it. I didn't even move. Just slowly backed away, heart pounding. He didn't knock again. Just stood there for a while, then left. I called the police. Told them my ex had been harassing me. They came, took notes, said they'd patrol the area. But Todd didn't stop. 2 days later, I got a call from my job's HR. "We need to talk about something," my manager said. We got an anonymous email with some serious claims. It was a PDF. A fake letter saying I'd stolen petty cash, backdated invoices, even a phony screenshot of me logging into someone else's payroll file. I knew right away it was him. He was the only one who knew how our office systems worked. He'd helped me fix my work laptop once and saw me log in. I sat there, holding the phone to my ear, listening to my manager say, "We know it's false." It was sloppy. But this kind of thing, it's harassment. "You okay?" I told her the truth. She gave me a few days off. Paid. I spent those days planning. I wasn't going to let this slide. Not the cheating, not the lies, not the creeping around and trying to destroy my life from the shadows. I started messaging the other women. I had their names and emails from his inbox. I created a throwaway Gmail and sent each of them a message with everything, screenshots, dates, even the hotel receipts. I told them who I was, how long I'd been with him, and that he'd lied to all of us. 2 responded. One was from Louisville. Her name was Jenna. "Oh my God. I'm so sorry. He told me you were his cousin." I didn't even believe him at first. He had pictures of you around his place, but said you were just crashing there while going through a divorce. The other woman, Candace, said she actually gave him money. I sent him $800 to help pay for car repairs. Said his roommate trashed his credit and he couldn't get approved for a loan. That one hit me hard. He was playing us like we were all some side characters in his little scam. I didn't respond right away. I needed to think. That's when I got a notice on my bank account. A charge for $312 from a hardware store I didn't recognize. Then another one, $1.57 from a gas station outside Dayton. I checked the transactions. He had stolen my debit card info. Probably wrote it down before he left. I called the bank, froze the account, and changed every password I had. Then I called the police again. They said they'd look into it. Same tone as before. But now I had a full file, car damage, stolen card, harassment at work. And still, somehow, Todd wasn't done. That weekend, I got an email from the landlord. Said someone had called pretending to be me, trying to cancel the lease entirely. Said I had claimed I was moving to Florida and didn't want to be on the hook for breaking it. The landlord thought it sounded weird, so he emailed me to confirm. This man was trying to make me homeless. He wanted me out, or scared, or humiliated. Or all 3. But he picked the wrong woman to screw with. I wasn't going to run. I wasn't going to cry anymore. I was going to destroy him. After the fake lease call, I knew Todd wasn't just trying to hurt me. He was trying to erase me. I stopped sleeping. I kept a bat by the bed. I checked the locks 5 times a night. He was in my head. I hated him for that, but I hated myself more for ever letting him in my life. I started planning, really planning, not just reacting. I put everything I had into a file. Not just the hotel video. I printed the emails. The messages to Maddie. The bank charges. Screenshots of the Facebook messages. I wrote a timeline, dates, times, every time he showed up or called or tried to ruin something in my life. Then I sent it. To the police department. To the landlord. To his old boss at the IT firm he used to work for. I even sent it to his sister. I found her Facebook from an old tag. She lived in Toledo and hadn't spoken to him in years. She called me. "I'm not surprised," she said. "He's always been like this." I tried to warn people. No one ever listens until it's too late. She offered to testify if it ever came to court. That meant something. But that still wasn't enough for me. I wanted him to feel what it was like to have everything fall apart. So I did something I knew I'd regret, but I did it anyway. I emailed his new job. He just started at a small IT contracting firm. Maddie had posted about it before she vanished from social media. I found the company. Looked up the CEO. Small team. Very professional. I sent them a full breakdown of what he'd done to me and others. I attached screenshots of the messages he sent using work time. I even sent the fake invoice letter he wrote to my office. 3 days later, he was fired. I knew because he showed up at my apartment. This time he didn't knock. He just started shouting from the street. "You ruined my life." I stepped out on the balcony. Held my phone up. Recording. "You did that yourself, Todd. You're crazy," he yelled. "You think this makes you better than me?" "No," I said. "Just smarter." He kept yelling. Neighbors started watching. One of them called the cops. They showed up fast. Must have already flagged him. They pulled him off the sidewalk, cuffed him, and sat him in the back seat. He wasn't arrested yet, but they gave him a trespassing warning and told him one more visit meant jail. I thought that would be it. But 2 weeks later, I got served. He filed a restraining order. Said I was stalking him. Said I was dangerous, vengeful, emotionally unstable. Said I hacked into his accounts, stole his job, destroyed his reputation. And you know what? Some of that was true. I did hack his accounts. I did get him fired. I did ruin how people saw him. And in court, standing there across from him, I realized I hadn't just gotten revenge. I'd crossed lines. The judge didn't side with him. But she didn't let me off easy either. She gave both of us mutual no-contact orders. Told us to stay away, delete everything, move on. But the thing is, Todd's life never recovered. He couldn't get another IT job. Word got around. Background checks didn't help him either once his name was linked to harassment reports. I saw on Facebook, through a fake profile, he moved back in with his mom in a trailer outside Zanesville. He posted some rant about bitter exes and feminist courts. Nobody liked it. Not even his own cousins. Maddie never popped back up. I think she disappeared for good. As for me, I moved out of that apartment. Got a smaller place. Took a while, but I'm sleeping again. I still check the locks. Still flinch when I hear tapping on a window. But I'm getting better. I told the truth. I exposed a liar. But I also let my anger run wild. I became someone I don't totally recognize. Sometimes I wonder if I went too far. But then I remember his face coming out of that hotel room, laughing like he had nothing to lose. And I don't feel sorry. Not even a little. He said he was just helping a friend move. He helped her move all right, straight into a hotel bed. And I helped him move too. Right out of my life. And into the wreckage he built with his own damn hands.